So, we left off last time with our what if adventure with Ash and Korrina about to duke it out in order for Ash to advance up to the superclass. Goh met Serena for the first time, and he decided to lead Serena to the stadium where Ash and Korrina were battling. Little did Serena know though, Ash was Goh's friend. Serena lit up last time we saw her. So today, let's find out what happens next in part 2 of Serena's adventure in Pokemon Journeys. Before we fully get started though, remember that currently right now, over on our gaming channel MysticSage, we have the Best Team for Kanto Remastered Let's Play going on right now, so be sure to check that out in the description and in the iCard above. Also be sure to check out our anime channel MysticSage and my other social media platforms. Links for those will also be in the description and iCard. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Quick retcon here, last time I had it so it was Pikachu battling Lucario. Well, as the actual episode played out, it was Gengar and Dragonite who ended up battling Korrina, so let's just scratch that Pikachu part out. The episode wasn't out at the time, so I just went with what I felt was best. Moving on though, Serena is completely flabbergasted when she sees Ash battle again. She starts to get flashbacks of all the wonderful times they had together and remembers all of his impressive victories in Kalos. She begins to get teary-eyed with the happiest of expressions on her face, and she shouts, "You can do it, Ash!" Ash hears this, and he immediately knows it's his Kalos friend cheering for him. Pikachu hears this, and immediately calls out to Serena in glee, with the happiest of smiles. After hearing Serena's voice, the announcer points her out by saying, "It looks like Mr. Ketchum is a very passionate fan up there." The crowd laughs, and Serena turns a tad red. Korrina also recognizes Serena, and mentions that the old times are coming back. Once all that passes though, the battle resumes just how it does in the anime, and Ash uses the amazing strategy of Dragonite, and he's able to pull off the victory against Korrina. After the battle, Ash is able to reunite with Serena, and she is super happy to see him and Pikachu. During the entire time though, Goh feels extremely left out, because Ash was only paying attention to Serena. Korrina and her grandfather then come up to the old-time friends, and are very pleased to see them both back. Ash begins to wonder though, why Serena is in Kalos again. Serena then explains to him that there is a Duos Pokemon Showcase tournament that is open to everyone going on in a town nearby, but she decided to come to Shallow City first because she wanted some downtime. Ash then realizes if it's a duo tournament, then he and Goh could enter together. Ash excitedly turns around to ask Goh, but then realizes he's gone. Goh had gone off to capture more Pokemon because he felt really left out after Serena came into the picture. Ash then gives Goh a call with his Rotom smartphone. Goh picks up, however, he picks up the phone with a sarcastic tone in his voice. He then says, "Why don't you just hang out with Serena?" Ash, confused, replies with, "There's a duo Pokemon Showcase tournament coming up, and I would love for you to be my partner." Goh's tone immediately changes, and he begins to stutter and says, Sure, I would love to be your partner." Ash is super happy by this, and then they meet up shortly after to make their way over to the town. After getting off the phone with Goh, Serena seems very disappointed. Goh sees Serena's sad expression, and he begins to realize that Serena probably wanted to be Ash's partner. However, due to Serena's quietness and shyness, she wouldn't admit to it. That following night, they set up camp. The gang decides to then get some dinner rolling. The Pokemon are having Serena's special Pokepuffs, which Pikachu is absolutely loving, and the other Pokemon seem to enjoy them a ton too. Pikachu is super excited to see Serena's Pokemon again, and they are just seen playing chase and whatnot. However, Goh's Reboot is off practicing its Pyro Ball, and it is looking as elegant as ever doing it. Serena's Braixen sees this and is mesmerized about how well and stylish it looks. Braixen then comes over to Reboot and begins to show off her moves. Reboot is super impressed with the way Braixen is delivering her attacks. Braixen and Reboot then begin working together, creating a very beautiful show of fireworks together. After just about 5 minutes of creating a show for all the other Pokemon, they create an astounding combo attack together. Braixen shoots off a Fire Blast in the air, and then Reboot shoots off a Power Ball. The Power Ball hits the Fire Blast, causing it to collapse into many different sparks, sparkling into the night sky. Both super impressed by each other, Braixen and Reboot walk over to each other and look into each other's eyes. Braixen is looking at him with the cutest blush on her face, and Reboot reciprocates the same expression in return. After seeing the show, the Pokemon begin to cheer in excitement, but Serena and Goh couldn't see the show because they were focused on preparing dinner. Once dinner is served, Reboot and Braixen share food with each other and are just being super cute and playful to each other. Goh and Serena both see this and are rather shocked by what's going on. Goh, still feeling a little jealous of Serena, separates Reboot so they can go capture Pokemon. Serena then realizes how Goh feels about her now, and it frustrates her. In retaliation, Serena takes Braixen away so they can go practice for the showcase. The entire time, both Serena and Goh were participating in their own activities. Braixen and Reboot were really upset that they couldn't see each other, but they continued capturing Pokemon and warming up for the showcase. After a few hours, Serena and Goh both return to camp with their Pokemon. Reboot and Braixen see each other and get super giddy, but then Serena and Goh pick them both up at the same time and look at one another with jealous faces. Ash, sitting up his tent nearby, sees this and wonders what's going on. He heads over to Pikachu and asks if he has any idea. Pikachu just shrugs his shoulders because he's clueless too. Once Ash gets his tent set up, Pikachu and him make their way over to their own tent and they begin to fall asleep. A few hours later, once everyone settles in, both Braixen and Reboot come out of their Pokeballs. They weasel their way out of their tents and they both head over to a nearby river to watch the moon together. They just spend the night having a cute day together, and then eventually morning turns around and they both return to their Pokeballs like nothing happened. The next morning, it was time to head over to the showcase tournament. Ash and the crew make their way over to the registration hall, and Goh and Ash head over together. Ash then tells the receptionist they want to work together for the tournament. The receptionist then tells them they actually can't, because the tournament is based on drawing numbers similar to the way the Pokemon League works. Goh hears about this and is very disappointed. Serena, on the other hand, is excited because there's a chance her and Ash could be paired together. The numbers are then drawn, and Ash is paired up with a girl and her Gardevoir. The girl's name is Tasha, and she's from Rivalry City. Ash and her actually hit it off very well, and decided that a Dragonite and Gardevoir combination would work very well together due to their opposite typings. Serena sees this and gets a little sad, but now she's even more determined to win the tournament. The numbers for Serena and Goh are both then drawn, and the results are in. Serena and Goh will be paired up together. After hearing the news, Serena and Goh look at each other with a little bit of annoyance, but because Serena is so passionate about this tournament, she asks Goh to just work together with her despite their differences. Goh is a little hesitant at first, but then eventually agrees to it. Braixen and Reboot both heard this from their Pokeballs, and they come out to give each other happiness and glee. Serena and Goh both smile at their Pokemon, and realize that they need to be happy because their Pokemon are happy. They both love their Pokemon very much, so smile and push onwards. Goh then apologizes to Serena for acting the way he did, and Serena does so as well. From there, it's nearly time for the tournament to begin. Serena wants to head outside to practice what their routine is going to be, and she wants to teach Goh how to perform and develop some chemistry with each other first. Before they can even practice though, Braixen and Reboot show off the combo attack they already had. Serena and Goh are both super surprised to see how well they work together, and ask Braixen and Reboot if they had any other attacks they wanted to try. Braixen and Reboot then begin to dance with each other using flamethrowers, and jumping around elegantly. Braixen had taught Reboot how to use flamethrower the night before, so they could work on this routine. They were already planning on working together someday because they are that close. Serena and Goh are so impressed with the act that they start to develop a strong friendship with each other in such a short time. Finally, it was time for the tournament to begin, and both these Pokemon lovers had something to prove. After each round passing, the audience clapped and cheered because of how impressive Reboot and Braixen were. However, Dragonite and Gardevoir were also very impressive, especially with Fairy Dragon Dance. Essentially, Gardevoir engulfed itself in a fairy aura, while Dragonite carried it and Dragon Danced. It was a beautiful pink moon dance that the audience loved. The four of these trainers enamored the crowd and judges so much, they all made it to the final round. It then became a contest between love and opposite typing exquisiteness. Dragonite and Gardevoir had a stellar performance. Ash and Tasha came up with a way to make Dragonite's opposite typing make Gardevoir look grand. Gardevoir used Calm Mind, engulfing itself in a beautiful pinkish purple aura, and then Dragonite hit it with Dragon Claw, causing sparks and a beautiful aura to blend itself in with the pink. Gardevoir is immune to dragon types, so it wound up working perfectly. In the end though, what won the tournament was the original routine Reboot and Braixen came up with together. The audience was in tears due to how much Braixen and Reboot cared for each other. That passion is what helped them win the tournament, and shortly after, they received a gorgeous plaque for winning. After the tournament, Goh and Serena became super close friends, and both agreed to help each other with duo tournaments whenever there was one. That way Braixen and Reboot could see each other again. However, even with that said, there was still a rivalry when it came to hanging with Ash. But they agreed in the end to still be friends no matter what. Ash and Pikachu are still majorly confused with what's going on with them, but Ash shrugs it off because he's Ash Ketchum, and he's oblivious to these types of situations. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this What If. What did you guys think? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments below, and suggest another What If you want me to write next. I have a lot of fun writing these, and I definitely want to do more, so expect more of these. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream all sorts of games from Pokemon to Fire Emblem to Zelda and much more. I also have an anime channel called MysticSage where I do anime reviews, rankings, and countdowns, so if you're interested in that kind of content, go ahead and check that out as well. If you want to support me even further and gain cool perks, check out my Patreon. These lovely people have all given me their support over there and I couldn't be more grateful to them. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon, and I will see you in the future for more awesome Pokemon content.